The Dodgers and Royals have gone over the respective total in each of the first 2 games of this current series, and tonight Kansas City is rolling out a bullpen game. Will we see another high-scoring affair tonight? We'll answer that question, and then I also have a bonus play for you guys from the Red Sox-Blue Jays game. I'm Steve Seagrave from Picks and Parlays. We are in action tonight with client plays in the MLB and WNBA. I do have a special offer to share with you at the end of the video, but for now, if you guys enjoy this content, hit that like button if you would, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and drop those MLB picks in the comments section. Who you got tonight? Sides, totals, props? Lay it on me in the comments. I'll be checking those and responding back. So quick Tuesday video recap. We went 1-1 with a split. We did Dodgers-Royals yesterday as well. We had the over 8.5. And LA gets the job done with a 5-4 victory. Freddie Freeman, though, lets us down. We had his over HRRs, over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBI. Nothing but goose eggs from Freddie. And he could be a guy that you could potentially target again tonight. Solid track record against Lynch, but he should only see 1 at-bat against him. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. Tonight we got KC at LA. First pitch, 10:10 p.m. Eastern from Dodger Stadium. And the Dodgers are looking for the sweep here. They pulled out each game. Last night, 5-4. Game 1, 6-5. So we've seen higher scoring games where the Dodgers have prevailed, but haven't covered the run line at home. And that's kind of been their MO on the season as a whole. Tonight, no surprise though. LA minus 200. Total sits at 8.5 or 9, depending on where you look. The side hasn't moved too much, but there is money coming in on the over. There are still some 8.5s available, minus 120, minus 125, depending on where you look. And there are some 9s with plus money or even money at least towards the over. Tonight we got a couple of lefties on the mound, Daniel Lynch IV and Eric Lauer. Lauer's 6-6 record on the year, 4.89 ERA, 1.26 on the WHIP, and Lauer just got hammered in his last outing in Chicago against the Cubs. He allows 6 earned runs in only 4 innings. He allows 11 hits in that game, so rough outing there for Lauer. Current KC sluggers, not too much of a track record, only 31 plate appearances, batting 133 with a home run. On the other side, we got Lynch IV, and this is going to be a bullpen game for the Royals. Expect for Lynch to maybe throw an inning, maybe some pitches in the second. Maybe he completes 2 full innings, but about 1 to 2 innings should be expected from Lynch. On the year, he's 4-3, 2.45 on the ERA, and a 1.01 WHIP. Looking at current Dodgers, they're batting 241 against him. Couple home runs. Again, not the biggest sample size, though. 36 plate appearances, and most of the lineup, maybe, the bottom half at least, may not even see Lynch, depending on how deep he pitches into this game. That's why when you look at the batter versus pitcher matchup in this game, Freddie Freeman, we'll talk more about him in a minute, but he is 2 for 6 with a home run against Lynch, but he probably only sees 1 at-bat against him. Looking at the last 30 days against lefties, Dodgers 16th in WRC+, 14th in isolated power. Royals 23rd in WRC+, 19th in isolated power. So both below average against lefties. How often they're going to face lefties in this game remains to be seen, as I'm not sure that Lauer is going to pitch very deep into this game either. He'll pitch deeper than Lynch, no doubt about it, but he may get pulled before he's the pitcher of record, that's for sure. Looking at the bullpens, and we're going to see a lot of work out of these bullpens tonight. Over the last 30 days, Dodgers 26th in ERA, 23rd in WHIP. Royals even worse, 29th in ERA, 28th in WHIP. So we have 2 struggling bullpens, both bottom 10 in ERA and WHIP. Over the last 30, actually, when you look at the Royals, they're bottom 3 Dodgers more like bottom 5, at least in ERA, over the last 30 days. So, again, just like yesterday, I don't trust either side. You're not going to catch me backing the Royals on a bullpen game in LA against the Dodgers lineup that might be kind of sneakily getting back into form a little bit here. However, with Lauer on the mound, I think Kansas City does enough where you could consider their run line at plus 1.5. I'm just not going to back the Dodgers at home on a run line with what we've seen so far in this series, especially with this pitching matchup, and especially when we can just take the over again. Let's go over 8.5. Maybe at 9 it's playable because at least you pull out a push, but there's 8.5s out there, a little bit juicy. Like I said, I found one at minus 122 over at DK. Now I fully expect the Dodgers to do the heavy lifting. Their team total is heavily juiced at a 4.5 though. If you go over, it's minus 145 to the over. You could take the 5.5 at plus money. I expect them to do the heavy lifting. However, I do think the Royals can contribute, especially with Lauer on the mound. A couple of really strong bats, obviously. Obviously Witt Jr. and Caglione are both elite bats in the middle of this Royals lineup. I think they can do enough damage to at least contribute to the total. We have two horrendous bullpens, especially the Royals, and we're going to see a lot of them tonight. So let's just look for runs on both sides. And on top of that, we got wind blowing out tonight, and that's providing a 14% home run boost. So let's go with the over. Like I said, I considered Freddie Freeman over HRRs again. It's juicy, close to minus 150, if not over it at this point. He is 2 for 6 with a home run against Lynch, but he probably only sees one at bat against him. Freeman probably does go over, considering he'll get opportunities to beat up on this Royals bullpen, but it's a little too juicy, and he has let us down. So we're going to go to a bonus play, and we're going to go to Red Sox Blue Jays. Look to Wilyer Abreu to go over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. We get a more friendly line here at plus 100. It's a line here that Abreu has cleared now in 6 of his last 8 games and 51% of his games on the season. He's a perfect 2 for 2. Obviously, a very short sample size against Soriano, but 2 for 2 with a couple of ribbies. Soriano has some command issues. Red Sox 8th in walk rate against righties over the last 30 days, so there'll be some traffic on the base paths. Gives Abreu a chance potentially to clear this line with an RBI base hit. And then Toronto's bullpen, 27th in whip over the last 30 days. So again, traffic on the base paths, chances for Abreu to get on base and get driven in, or to get a hit and clear this with one swing of the bat. So 2 plays, Wilyer Abreu over 1.5 on his hits plus runs plus RBIs. We're going to go over 8.5 or 9 if that's the best you can do for Dodgers Royals. Guys, like I said, I am in action tonight. Currently number 4 in the MLB on the season over at Picks and Parlays. Right now, you guys can buy 3 days, get 3 days free. 6 days all access, $69. You get all my plays across all sports, including 5%ers. 5%ers, as I always say, $35 a pop. So for the cost of 2 5% plays, you get all my plays for 6 straight days, all access, including 5%ers, like I just said. And our MLB 5% have been elite. We're 7-2 with those on the season. If you guys are looking for something more long-term, which is what I would suggest, and you can go to my page over at Picks and Parlays. That link is in the description, but it is pnp.buzz/ss. pnp.buzz/ss. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button on the way out. Drop a comment if you guys have a couple of minutes. I appreciate you guys dropping comments, by the way. And I'll see you guys next time. Good luck tonight.